You cannot start off a fountain pen review or writing, for that matter, without lighting a candle. Today we're going to be reviewing the Lamy Safari. I cannot remember the official colorway of this fountain pen, like what is it called? But this is a very inexpensive pen. I think it's $30 on Goulet pens and other fountain pen websites. This is a medium nib, and I'm not a big fan of medium nibs at all. Today we're going to be using two different types of paper. We're going to be using Rhodia line paper, so some good, decent quality paper. And then we're going to be using Mead paper. That way, if you guys have this around your house, you guys can know what is it going to look like. Is it going to bleed through? Is it not going to bleed through? Let's find out in today's video of the Inkwell Chronicles. So this Lamy Safari, and for those of you guys who do not know, the Lamy Safari is from Deutschland, so Germany, and this is a it's a really inexpensive pen. So it is a converter fountain pen. So you guys can see you have the ink, and then you can suck up the ink. And currently inked in the fountain pen, we have Fountain Pen Revolution Galaxy Blue Shimmer ink. Now, let's get to the writing sample. Okay, so like I said before, medium nibs are not my favorite types of nibs, because I just don't like how my writing does not look the best. I need to work on it. But this pen, at least with shimmer ink in it, it's a fairly decent wet nib, or wet ink, I guess you could say. And it definitely keeps up with me, 100%. I have not had this skip at all. I've had this fountain pen for about 5 years. This is a workhorse fountain pen, 100% down to its core. Now, the thing about the shimmer, you can actually, let's see if I can get this, show you guys. I don't know if you can see on paper, but you can actually see some sparkle to the coloring. The thing is, when you're using shimmer ink, you want to make sure that you shake up the bottle. That way you can actually get the shimmer to be mixed around and everything. And this is the type of ink you do not want to put just in any old regular fountain pen. So definitely not in my Century, my Platinum. Now the thing though is, this is a VAC 700. So this one's from TWSBI. And I also put the shimmer ink in here. This is a fine nib, but it's harder to see shimmer ink really show its potential and all it can be whenever the nib is finer and finer. So I don't know what that M was at all. Okay. With the fountain pen Revolution Galaxy Blue Shimmer ink. So this is with a fine nib. And then this one is with a medium nib. Here you can see the difference versus the shimmer. Here's a comparison between the Lamy Safari, the Platinum 37 6th Century, the Pen BBS 308, my TWSBI 700. Oh, and then Kennett. It can post actually fairly quite well, because I really do not like posting my pens. My dad does, I do not. And if you guys are wondering what this little small thing is, this is the ink window. So you can actually see how much ink you have left in here. And you can also use cartridges and stuff. The clip, it's very strong, very strong. Still to this day, after 4 to 5 years of having this fountain pen. So the Mead paper, very inexpensive paper, very thin, as you guys can hear. So let's see if there's any handwriting space left in here. Okay. So, oh yeah. You can already feel and you can hear the difference with this paper. Okay, so the nib is still smooth, but you can hear more of that feedback on the paper. Now, looking at the bleed through, I mean, it's not that bad. On the Rhodia, there's not even really any there, but this is not that bad. I'm actually kind of proud of this paper. But it does look like the line is a little bit thicker. This paper's not bad. Okay, if you have some paper like this laying around, don't be afraid to use it maybe as a rough draft whenever you're trying to write a letter. And then go to the Rhodia paper if you want to feel, you know, that nib a little smoother. Let's go a gamble though. Let's pull out the Platinum 37 6th Century. Okay, so the Rhodia paper definitely wins compared to this paper. It just feels a lot smoother and it just feels like you're writing on clouds. This, though, will definitely give you a little bit more feedback if that's what you guys would like.